Hello, and thank you for joining us in our podcast called The Growth Journey. This is the place where you will start your personal growth and development. I'm glad you're here. I am your host, Cheryl Hart. Well, I don't know about you, but I tell you what, this season is I am more relaxed. I don't sweat it. I am content, meaning I'm content and I am not stressed at all for this upcoming holidays or Christmas season. And you probably thought I would say at the beginning that says, oh boy, I'm so stressed out right now. I don't know what to do. I need to find that perfect gift for someone or I haven't done my shopping yet, which is really, to tell you the truth, I haven't. So don't tell anyone. I haven't done, yeah, I haven't done any shopping. But anyway, I don't know how much I should spend my money on and to whom, right? So this is just chaos and very stressful. Well, guess what? I am not in, I'm not that stressed out right now. And no, I didn't take any blue pill or red pill or even a recreational pill or herbal stuff, what have you. No, thank you. I am perfectly fine. So I'm good. I'm really good. And I will share with you what you need to do to have a less stressful or less stress holiday or Christmas if it helps. Okay? It's not too late. It's not too late at all. You still have time to change something out. If this is something that stresses you about or what have you, you can still change something else. It's never too late. Okay. So let me start it off of what I have found is fascinating how many people, including myself before, is always stressing out when holiday or Christmas is coming. I was thinking it through as to why we have to put ourselves in a situation where we have to feel this way. We feel stress, we feel pressure, we feel anxiety and ease to be around with family sometimes. Well, it is understandable, right? If you do not want to be around with some, I put that in a quote, some of your family members. It is not always rainbows or unicorns that you are always getting along so well with them, right? There's always family drama or conflict, like a soap opera that you watch at noontime on weekdays, you know? And perhaps comparing the situation with the, I don't know if you guys ever watched the Desperate Housewives, perhaps, that all they do is to fight. Well, there's a reason we have that. It is because of part of the entertainment and with real family, so-called real, right? It's not about entertainment when you are with your own family, and especially nowadays, right? Not to mention if you are in between of this debate about politics, and trying to, get your message out, what bothers you about the politics. Oh boy, if you started with politics, forget about it. And then you get talk about who is the left wing, the right wings, or chicken wings. Well, aside from chicken wings, of course, I don't know what else you have to talk about, the debate and everything, right? So those are comes with when you are with a family, if you, especially if they are very vocal, their emotions, their thoughts about it, the thought process about it, right? So you have to do sometimes is just listen in, take a deep breath. You will get through the day or a couple days or for the week. Since we already talking about family, it is a holiday after all, and Christmas after all, so we will be surrounded with families and friends during this month of December. I have one tip for you before I go to our real, discussion today about gift with intention. So I have one, tip for you to hopefully to help you prepare mentally. Okay, I am preparing you mentally. All right, so yes, family drama or conflict with family is always going to be there. There's no surprise. Just accept that the fact that family drama is always, or conflict is always going to be there. There's no such thing as perfect family. We are human beings, and as human, we are emotional beings. So knowing this in our mind that no family is perfect, but it is who we got. You cannot change who you become your family. So only you can decide if you would like to participate on the stressful situation, anxiety or whatnot, or conflict. It is you who will decide with that, where you feel, if unease, anxiety, and all that. You are the one who will decide if you want to be involved with that. Okay? Only you can decide, because you control your own emotions, and no one else except you. But the most part of it all, love them anyway. Okay? Love them unconditionally. Love them as they are, and be the most understandable person in a room or in a table, and you will look like a hero that they can trust and love. Okay, so just be understandable, be there listening in. Don't participate to things that that you think that it will fuel the fire on the discussion. So just a heads up with that. All right, so hopefully that's a good way for you to prepare you mentally this holiday season. But overall, it should be fun, right? It should be fun, be around with family, gatherings, and all that, play games, catching up, and so on. So now back to our topic for today, which is give with intentions every day. Okay, so normally during Christmas or holidays, my family and I, especially my cousins and kids, to help save some money, right? Because we tend to spend more than we should, even though we put a budget in. Oh, sometimes forget about the budget, right? Sometimes we spend more. But to those of you who are very disciplined about budgeting stuff, kudos to you. But some of us, yeah, we tend to spend more than we should. So my cousins and I and the kids are, we decided to draw our names out through the website called Elfsters. So one of us will be the Secret Santa. So that's the intent of it. So one of us will be Secret Santa when we draw their names for someone. So since I have a big family like myself, this is truly a stress-free, okay? So since I have a big family for myself and not to think about, what to give out to my cousins, and also will save us some money to spend on, and because I only have to buy one gift, out of 20 plus of them, right? So of course I can buy them more, I can purchase more presents for everyone, but it's optional. You're not obligated to do that. So yeah, I think that's a very smart thing to do. If we just draw our names, and if I pick one, I'll be the Secret Santa for that someone, and then I can pour myself and add value to that person, and and give a special gift for that one. And I don't have to to figure out what this person needs for Christmas, right? This person can put it in the the list of what their wish list, and then I can pick up something in a wish list and then buy it from there. Okay, so it's very easy thing to do and stress-free for everyone. And let me share with you some articles that I just read a few days ago. So maybe this will give you some idea as well. Okay, so the article by the Atlantic titled "The Joy of No Gift Christmas," where many families who opt out of buying stuff are coming up with creative alternatives and new traditions. So it is fascinating article to read, and I will provide the link to you at the summary note of this podcast for you to read in your spare time. Okay, so let me read this to you. In the article, a recent survey from the personal finance website Bankrate, almost half of Americans feel pressured to spend more than they like to on holidays or gifts, with parents especially likely to feel up upon. Okay, I know we're talking about Americans in the US, but perhaps it also apply to other countries, who celebrating Christmas or holidays or whatnot. Okay, so there is a clearly shown some financial stress levels comes with it. So the survey respondents were most willing to entertain the idea of giving gifts only to their immediate family, or seeking out, some of them seeking out coupons or sales. And also 64% and 57% respectively, those survey rated other alternatives such as giving homemade gifts, regifting, or buying things secondhand. At the very bottom of the list was skipping gifts altogether, which received a TIFID of 13% approval rating. So there is also some interesting commentary from the article and from the people who are participating in the survey and have shared their insight about holiday gifting. And one particular name is Rahajini Appadurai, a 26 years old educator and social justice advocate living in Toronto, that says, when we removed material purchasing and consumption from the table, we are forced to question what we are bringing to the holiday instead. So individually and collectively, she then said, after our family reflection on this, the answer has been clear: ourselves. We bring more of ourselves. My takeaway on this is, I believe what Rahajini means about we bring more of ourselves. To me, it means we are more present or in the moment. Okay? So let me expand that a little bit more. So you are there to spend your most precious time with your family, right? You are there to listening to what they got going on in their lives, and also to catch up with, you haven't catch up with them for a very long time, especially if you are barely see them, like once a year or maybe every other year, or for some like me, my family is in other country, perhaps every 5 years or whatnot. So being present or in the moment alone is already a gift. A lot of moms and dads around will say that it is true, especially if they barely see their adult son or daughter that often. For example, if they are in active duty in military. I knew because I have a brother who was on active duty and other cousins and family members in U.S. military who is currently serving and who are unable to join us and to be with family gatherings during holidays and Christmas. So those moments, the parents treasure it more because they know that value of time that they have to spend with their son and daughter as it is. Truly the best gift a parents could have, and to see their family having dinner together. Okay? So going back to the survey from Atlantic article, here are some point of view of those who have religious belief. Okay, so let me include that here. So let me read this part to you. So some people also consider giving a distraction from the religious significance of the holidays. They are Catholic, perhaps other religious too. Don't exchange gifts with one or another for Christmas, and give only small presents to their parents, and said, and I quote, Advent is supposed to be this quiet, somber, reflective period during which you're preparing to celebrate that incredible thing that was God sending his son on earth. And Tricia said that goes very poorly with a focus on buying things and merrymaking. So reading this, I tell you what, I'm thinking to myself, I am probably the black sheep of them all, okay? So to those of you who, first time listening in or not know about me, I was born and raised in Philippines. And in Philippines, about perhaps 80-90% are Catholic, okay? Catholic religious. Back home, although we do celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ and all the traditional things that we do during Christmas, such as, going to the church and attend the mass every night for 10 days straight. Okay, you gotta go to church either 2 a.m. We have service for 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 7 a.m. or whatnot, every day for 10 days. Yeah, you're supposed to go. It's not a requirement, it's optional, but it's kind of, everybody's doing it, going to the church for 10 days straight until Christmas come. And that's what we do. And, and that's our tradition that we do. But truthfully though, for me, Again, I can only count in my one hand how often I finished the 10 days straight every night going to the mass or service. And it's not a whole lot, but and aside from that, we also buy and give gifts to our family and friends. And actually, when I was young, that's the most things I look forward to. That's what, that's more important things that I like about Christmas, to receiving gifts from my elders, or, money from my elders. So, I'm not sure. I have not seen that tradition for Catholic, that they, prevent everyone to not giving gifts, but probably some, apply that. But to me, for my family, no. Like I said, I think we are the black sheep of them all, because we do buy gifts for everyone, and that's what we look forward to, and such. So you probably have different traditions in religious beliefs and all what or whatnot, but it's a tradition that you grow up with, and this is what you remember, right? So, and now if you do a reflections of it, when I was young, I don't know about reflections. I don't know what is that. I thought, I probably, to me, if I hear that the first time, to me, reflection is probably a candy brand, of some sort, right? Or is it a Barbie of some sort? I didn't really pay attention about reflection until I got older. It's also been said that giving fewer or less expensive gifts is often the best choice and a necessity. So, in a Bankrate survey, people earning less than 30,000 a year US were more likely than those in any other income bracket to say that they don't give holiday gifts. Okay, and some people do not want to participate with consumerism, which is most of the marketing that you see today, especially, and advertisement all over the places are promoting everywhere. So many people said they were rethinking their gifting is in response to the pressures of consumerism around the holiday period or Christmas period, right? So it's really a good thinking thought about that, how we become like this, how we put more pressure on parents, especially to buy gifts for their kids and for everybody. It's like you feel guilty about it if you don't participate with that, right? So there are so many ways you can do if you would like to opt out on giving consumerism gifts during holiday or Christmas. So actually there is a group called Buy Nothing Christmas Project. Okay? Again, the group called Buy Nothing Christmas Project. Its goal is to decommercialize Christmas. Instead, they aim to connect people who either cannot afford to buy presents or don't want to buy new presents. So you can look them up in a website or in any social media, perhaps in Facebook page, at Buy Nothing Group, where members can either post an item they're willing to give up, or post an item of what they're looking for, and perhaps you can exchange. A person can exchange items this way. And though I have not had the time yet to check it out and to look it more in a deeper level, but feel free to check it out if you are looking for other alternatives on gift giving this Christmas or holiday, or if you cannot afford to buy any gifts this year. Okay. So if you are interested from other countries out there who's listening right now outside of US, perhaps you can look up something something similar concept like this, the Buy Nothing Christmas. And if you cannot find something that is similar to this, maybe you can create one for your community so that it will be available to you as well. All right. So there are probably many more alternatives and ways to giving to your loved ones. Sometimes being present and share a meal with them is good enough, right? And others would likely to volunteer their time and their expertise to charity, to any organization that are belong to. And whatever you can think of to have less stressful Christmas or holidays this year, do it. You do not need to follow what we are accustomed to do, especially if something that's stressing you out or something that doesn't add value to you or to your family. You can change things up. There's no one will prevent you from doing it. And certainly, you can create your own tradition. Okay? So, one thing I've learned about tradition is about something that you do annually, right? It's a tradition. You do it annually. And something that you will remember throughout your lifetime. The time you share together, either laughter or tears, sadness or sorrow, a triumph or celebrations, and the memories that you create that you will always remember in many years to come. So, those are the memories that you are going to remember and not the material things that you receive. And you will evolve each year. So I was thinking it through on how we should truly do a gift giving this holiday season, or even if it's not a holiday season, you will likely to give freely and with intentions. Okay, so here are a few things that comes to mind as I reflect on it and going through my thought process and how you give freely with intentions every day. So number one, you give because you want to. You give because it comes from your heart. That is the right thing to do. And you do not expect anything in return. You give because you want to, right? So number two, you give without guilt. Okay? Aren't we all can relate to that, especially this season when someone given you something, you want to give them something as well, not because you wanted to, but because you feel guilty for not giving them something. Again, give because you wanted to, not because you give out of guilt. Okay? So number three, giving is not about material things or items. We always have to remember that there's something that we can give out that doesn't involve money. So two things come to mind if you want to give something that doesn't involve money at all. Okay? Two things. One is your time. Again, time is the most precious commodity on earth. You cannot buy time, you can exchange time, you can extend time. So when someone giving you their time, be present. Being there listening, if they want to have someone to talk to about their current struggle, about their current stress in their Christmas holidays with a family or work or what have you, what they ever going through right now. Your time is the most valuable gift that you can give to them. You know, I think we don't do this enough, that we give them our time to them, to be present to them, with them. Okay, so number two, or the second one, is your gifts and talent. Okay, one is your time, the second one is your gifts and talent. Okay, so let me ask you this: do you know how to fix cars? Maybe changing tires? Maybe fix your friends or neighbors' tires for free? Right? So do you know how to cook? Or do you know how to bake? Maybe bake something for someone's birthday and that's your gift for that person. Are you a plumber? Are you an electrician? You know, are you a really great connector? That's a good one. If you are a great connector and you know how to network, that you know someone who knows someone that knows someone that you can refer to who is looking for a job or an opportunity, or someone who is in transition to build their business, you be that person to connect to those people. That's a good one. And also, are you in finance? You know, do you know how to you advise people how to, you know, make a good investment for them for retirement, how to budget, how, you know, taking care of their personal finances and all that? Or even a lawyer. Are you a good lawyer? Are you a doctor? Are you a nurse? Are you a teacher? A pastor? You know, to those who would like to up-level their spiritual needs in their life. Are you a counselor? Are you an advisor? And many more. So there are so many like you who are gifted, and who you can help people who needs your help and your expertise. You can give them some of your time, to help. And that's a great gift that you can give for someone, and that something that they will remember you by, and something that is more impactful to their lives. Okay, so I believe that we need to look at gifts or gift giving differently. So gift that is not associated with material things and what we are accustomed to do, but gifts that you already possess, such as your talents, your gifts that are within you. So the reason why you have these unique gifts is because you have a mission. You have a mission to share it to others and not hoarding it. Okay? And the true test of that is how you use your talents and your gifts to uplift, to inspire, to motivate, and truly make a difference to someone. If you do that and not asking for your return, you will be the most resource or the most valuable person that they are looking for. Okay? And if you don't know that yet, well, this is your wake-up call. And every one of us has talents and gifts, and this is your time to give that gift to someone. So this season is your chance to give back and giving to others. Give freely with intentions every day, and give because you want to. Give because it is the right thing to do. How is that? How is that for you if you are in the recipient of that, right? Because we are all at some point in our life that we are the recipient, because someone already poured into us, giving us all these resources and knowledge and the motivation, the inspirations, and now it is our turn to give those back to others. Okay, so there you go. So that's the lessons for today, and I hope that you learned something, and I hope that this add value to you and thinking it, help you out to think it through about gift giving or give with intentions every day with other people without any material things attached to it, because you already been resource. You already have within you. You just have to find a way how to give it out to others. Okay? So with that, always remember, if you don't invest in your own personal growth, no one will. Take care and be well.